On IMDb, Hardy Boys Worship says Too Fast, Too Furious is awesome. This movie was awesome. Paul Walker and Tyrese were so hot together and made a wonderful team. I recommend this movie for any girl out there who likes hot guys and fast cars. Also, any guy who likes hot women and fast cars should go and see this movie. This is definitely a 2 thumbs up. Please, all of you who haven't seen it, go and see it.
That's a good recommendation for those people.
Yeah, if you're a girl who likes hot guys and fast cars, or a guy who likes hot women and fast cars.
I know. I feel like there's a quick way to say all that.
If you like hot people and fast cars.
Yeah. What if you're a guy and you like hot guys and fast cars and hot girls and fast cars?
Well, just that one.
Andy, this review was written in 2003. You could not be a guy liking hot guys.
That's truth.
Well, you could, and probably a lot of people were, really.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They were invented in 2015 or something.
I've been watching Will and Grace, Robbie.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And I'm Mark.
And we are the Royds, back once again to talk Too Fast, Too Furious. How are you boys doing? I'm curious.
Doing good.
It's good. Yeah, I'm good. It's my birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday, Andy.
Happy birthday, Andy. Now, this is coming out weeks after your birthday.
That's true.
Yes.
But I just need everybody to know so they can send me things. P.O. Box. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, do you think people are going to start mailing things in for your birthday?
I could only hope, Robbie.
You're going to be disappointed, brother.
Yeah, I think so.
and it'd all be about 5 weeks late anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take free shit whenever, you know?
That's a good... You're always looking for handouts, aren't you, Andy?
You know me.
A true Democrat, always looking for handouts.
You know me, Robbie. Playing the system. System of a Down. I'm constantly playing them on my MP3 player.
Oh my God. You are firmly in 2003.
Yeah, I really got into that headspace.
Had you guys seen Too Fast, Too Furious before?
Yes.
I had not. This was my first time seeing it.
Wow. I didn't realize that I had seen it until I was watching it. I was like, oh, that's right. They jump a bridge. I remember that. I remember thinking, like, that's too far. You went too far.
And it's right at the beginning of the movie, too.
Yeah.
They don't even jump the bridge. It's just one side's up. So, like, it's really hard to
That's true.
Get to the other side.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that. First off, this came out in the year of our Megazord, 2003.
Yes, it did.
I'm going to start at number 17.
What a wild number to start at. Andy,
Isn't it?
Is there any reason you would start at number 17?
Well, Too Fast, Too Furious, which is a fucking bananas title, by the way.
Yes.
Came in at number 17 with $236 million, the worldwide box office. Go ahead.
Because you've brought that up, the ridiculousness of this title, I have to give this franchise credit. They did a ridiculous title for the second one and then just kept doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they just keep you on your toes every time, you know?
So I give them so much credit for just leaning into being, we're going to be silly as shit with these titles.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, number 16 was Love Actually. Number 15 is Hulk, a movie that I saw at a birthday party, and everybody was furious.
Well,
furious.
I imagine that's the intent of a Hulk movie.
Have you guys seen Hulk, like, anytime recently?
The Eric Bana one?
Yeah.
No.
The Ang Lee one?
Yeah.
No.
I think it gets a bad rap.
No.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. I just remember him fighting the Hulk dogs.
Yes, yeah. I think it gets a bad rap. I don't think it's not great, but it's not like Batooey, you know? Number 14 is Brother Bear. Number 13
Isn't that
is...
with Rick Moranis?
I have no idea. I don't know what Brother Bear is.
It's an animated film. I could be wrong. I think that's like one of the last things Rick Moranis did.
Really?
Yeah. Like, as part of, like, he was, like, retired, but he's like, yeah, I'll do this animated film. And I'm looking it up now. It is with Rick Moranis and Joaquin Phoenix, by the way.
Oh.
Wow.
And Dave Thomas.
And Dave Thomas, Matchbox 20.
And that's Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas.
Dave Thomas sold the Square hamburgers.
What?
No, there's also an actor named Dave Thomas. Do
I'm so lost. I'm just going to keep going.
you remember Arrested Development? The Charlize Theron's character had her, like, dad or uncle, whatever he was.
Oh, yeah.
That's Dave Thomas.
Okay. I
Mr. F.
understand now. Yeah.
I want to do lie down kisses.
Yes. Number 13 is The Village. M. Night Shyamalan.
It takes a village, Andy. It's all about raising children.
It takes the village.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one they're talking about.
Yeah. Number 12 is Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. Number 11 is Something's Gotta Give. Number 10 is Bad Boys 2. Number 9 is X2, X-Men Unlimited. Number 8 is The Matrix Revolutions. Number 7 is Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. I saw that in theaters twice because I was pumped.
If you asked me what year did Terminator 3 come out, there's no way in hell I was going to say 2003.
Yeah.
No way in hell would I have guessed 03.
Well, I mean, you look at first Terminator came out, what, 1984?
Something like that, yeah.
And then the next one was, what, 1991? 1990?
182, something like that.
Yeah, and then, it's really, the perception of time is disgusting, but it's not that long after Terminator 2.
But
You know?
what's kind of fucked up wasn't Bad Boys 2? Wasn't that like kind of a return to a franchise after like a couple of decades? And that was like 20 years ago. And they're doing that again now.
Well, Bad Boys 2 was just the sequel to Bad Boys, and I think that was like 10 years old or something like that.
Yeah. It wasn't like a 2
Yeah.
years later sequel. It was like almost like a legacy sequel.
And then they fucked up the name of the third one by calling it Bad Boys for Life for some reason.
Even better.
Yeah. I almost said Terminator 6, but number 6 is The Last Samurai.
Oh, with Tommy Cruise?
Oh yeah, that is Tom Cruise.
It is.
Remember that Paul Mooney bit on Chappelle's show about that? That shit was gold.
I don't.
Well, I can't say it. So, number 5 is Bruce Almighty with $484 million.
Is it an unpopular opinion to say I don't really care for that movie? Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it. I mean, it's just Liar Liar and Yes Man. It's just one of those Jim Carrey movies.
But I think Liar Liar and Yes Man are both better than that.
Probably.
I think that Liar Liar is the best out of all of them, and then Yes Man and Bruce Almighty are like the same thing.
I think people really like Steve Carell just like shouting nonsense.
That's the best scene in the movie.
Yeah.
That's gold.
They got a whole sequel out of that.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
sure did. Yeah. Yeah. How about
Steve Carell almost had a ruined career.
also the part where he parts his tomato soup like it's the Red Sea was pretty funny as well. No? Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl is number 4 with $654 million. Damn.
That took the world by storm.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. And I would argue it's the only good one.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3 is The Matrix Reloaded with $739 million.
That's right. I always forget the second and third Matrix came out like 6 months apart from each other.
Yeah, they really goofed. They really goofed on that, though.
It was one big production.
Yeah. Number 2 is Finding Nemus with $871 million.
Wow.
That's big money. And number 1 is The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King with $1.1 billion.
All the money. Yeah, that was
Damn.
earned. Well earned.
Damn.
I've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies.
That's not that surprising, I guess.
I've only seen The Fellowship in theaters. That was the last time I saw it.
I read The Hobbit,
Oh,
Sure.
Book reading Robbie over
and
here.
then
In,
and
like,
then
fifth
when I
grade?
heard what?
In like 5th grade.
No, I was like 23.
Oh, okay, like recently. Okay.
Yeah, so like 7th grade.
It's like, but like the 6th time. Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember I read The Hobbit like almost right before they started coming out with the movies, and I was like, oh yeah, cool, a movie on The Hobbit. And I heard someone go, oh, they're making 3. I was like, how? The book's like 200 pages long. Yeah, I was like, how are they doing that?
I heard all I hear is that they really just destroyed a legacy. Like the first 3, like Lord of the Rings movies, everybody's like, wow, perfection.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're doing it again. They're like, no, please. Oh my God, don't do it.
It was. They should have just made the one movie. Someone actually did like a cut of just like what the book
Yeah.
is, and like cut those parts from those movies and like made a tight 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Well, and
Yeah.
also, if you look at like all the special effects in the first 3 movies, like they did a lot of practical shit, like with
Mhm.
miniatures and stuff, and
Yeah.
it looks really good. And then the Hobbit stuff, it was all green screen.
It's just a CGI fest. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It just looks
Such a shame.
bad.
The orcs are all CGI, and that's
Yeah.
Have either of you played that apparently atrocious Gollum game?
no.
No.
Me neither. I just wanted to know if either of you had played it.
Yeah.
Hey, should we talk about Too Fast, Too Furious?
Probably.
Lord of the Rings is good though.
Hey, do you know where this movie peaks? Right at the very beginning, when the Universal logo turns chrome. That's the best part of this movie.
Really?
Yeah, it transitions into a tire. I was like, that's sick. I loved that. I actually rewound it and watched it again.
Wow.
And I was like,
This-
wow, this movie's going to be awesome. Imagine my disappointment.
He didn't enjoy it.
Robbie didn't like it.
Oh boy, did I not.
I had a feeling.
We're firmly in 2003 with all of these clothes
Oh,
that
yeah.
people are wearing at this
Oh, yeah.
racing scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's where they were, so that's what.
Yeah. Some people close off the road for street racing. Ludacris comes out, and we get this garish title card,
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
which that I also enjoyed. I enjoyed the fact that there is nothing pretty about this. It's colorful. It's in your face.
It's
Yeah.
very neon.
It was
Very
confusing
neon.
at first. I was like, "What's happening? Like, why is
Yeah.
like an animated character about to appear on screen?" Like,
Yeah. Also, the sound effects were like it was like whoosh, like all this
Yeah.
crazy sound. You're like, I don't know what's about to happen, and then it's just like Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh, all right.
I think
Yes.
what Andy says, saying it's neon, it's supposed to tie into the fact that we're in Miami in this one.
yes.
Yeah.
We're no longer in LA. We're in the neon lined streets of Miami. And I also think that's pretty cool that we are now in Miami. It's a little more colorful, although they don't really take full advantage of that in the movie.
No.
No.
Miami, in theory, is much more colorful and vibrant than LA. And they could have done a lot more with the racing scenes to have some much cooler sights that I don't think they ever took advantage of, other than this garish title card.
No. No. They took advantage of 2003 CGI though.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
it did. Yeah. Oh, felt like I was playing a PS2 game at points.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that this movie, because I've seen it already, and I remember when I saw it, I immediately wrote up, this is a bad movie. Watching it this time, I was like, this is all right. It's all right. It's got some pretty cool parts, and we'll get into that, of course. But
I enjoy it. I think Roman makes the movie watchable.
Do you?
Yeah, Tyrese.
Yeah,
Tyrese.
yeah, Tyrese Gibson. He's very entertaining.
Robbie disagrees.
Obviously.
I have notes, brother.
All right, take us into it, Robbie.
Well, before the race, we get this one guy. He like gropes two women, and I right away I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be the bad guy of the film." But everyone just like, "Hoo hoo hoo!" I was like, "Oh yeah, 2003. That's right."
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Women are objects in 2003, brother.
And then for whatever reason, Ludacris won't let them just have 3 racers in this race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, you need a
No.
4th."
Yes.
It's like, why? Who fucking cares?
Very strict rules, street racing.
Yeah.
So-
Well, he calls Brian, right? And I'm
Yeah.
going to start off with a question. He calls Brian, and Brian's like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And he's like, "You got 4 minutes."
You only got 4 minutes to save the world.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's 2003, brother.
Or what? You know?
Well, like, is this in real time? Because like an entire dance party breaks out in the meantime.
Yeah.
Like he calls him, and he's like, "I'm on my way." And you see him, like, it cuts to him like speeding through the streets to get there, and then it's just like people dancing.
It's a flash mob.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, we
In
gotta do
2003?
something for 4 minutes. What am I gonna just stand around for 4 minutes like some piece of shit? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, we're on the humid streets of Miami. Let's blast some tunes.
they're all on cocaine. They can't stand still for 4 minutes.
It is Miami. That's true. Also, when Brian arrives, Suki, she says, "Oh shit, it's Brian." And that's very funny to me. To say, "Oh shit, it's," and then the name is just Brian. It's just like it's not like, "Oh shit, it's the Deathmonger." No, it's, "Oh shit, it's Brian."
That's the thing. None of these people have nicknames or anything. So you're right. Like, what a weird way to put this. Like, at least name the car something.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, "Oh shit, is Brian" is very funny to me because Brian's such like just a regular white dude name.
Yeah.
Well, they do it later too, because they're like, "Oh shit, it's Carter" or whatever. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, Carter. I don't care. Ooh.
Do you think
Yeah.
they like initially didn't invite Brian, and that's why he wasn't there already?
Well, they didn't.
Yeah,
Remember-
because
he's like, "Oh, I kind of fucked up that like you guys are all hanging out, and now that
Yeah.
you need something, you give me a call." But okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think they don't call him on purpose because he takes it way too seriously.
Yeah.
Because he shows up and goes, "Why don't we raise it to 35 grand?"
Well, there's that, and he's also, even in the last movie, he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a
He's like-
psychopath
he's
on
an
the
adrenaline
road.
junkie.
Yeah.
They're like, "Listen, we know why he became a cop. Look around us. Do we want him here?
Yeah.
We gotta hope he leaves the white hood at home, guys."
That's why because Ludacris didn't tell anyone who he called. That's why Suki was like, "Oh fuck, I knew it." He's like, "Who'd you call?" He's like, "No, don't worry about it." Ah, fuck, Brian.
Suki is driving a convertible. That cannot be safe.
No, that seems
No.
yeah.
Oh. Also, like you said, he does raise. He's like, "Yo, why don't we raise it to 35 large?" And everybody just has that in cash on them.
Mm-hmm.
You're just walking around with $35,000 on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the life, baby.
All right.
Well, that one guy is like reluctant to do it, and they're all like, "Oh, what are you, a pussy?" It's like, hold on. He showed up here
Oh yeah.
with
He was
one
invited.
plan, and now he's exactly. And now this guy comes in just because they didn't have a 4th racer, and he's being told he has to pay more money now.
Yeah. And what would happen if he didn't get there in 4 minutes? Would he be like, "All right, everyone, go home"? Like, I know we're having a party and we spent all this time blocking off the roads, but it's been 4.5 minutes and Brian's not here, so
We see Eva Mendes there. Ludacris flirts with Suki. We let her find out they're a couple.
Hey, Robbie,
Yeah,
when you gonna pop my clutch?
nice.
That's what Ludacris says to Suki.
And she
That's
says
verbatim
something
what he
to
said.
him.
Yeah, she says like whenever I don't know, I forget what she says, but it's
whenever your car's on my street.
yeah, some shit like that.
It's like,
It's all of it's just like, ugh.
I do like the race scene here. It is very fast. I like that it's very jumpy.
Is it furious?
It is pretty furious.
I would say it's too furious.
No.
Yeah.
It's a regular amount of furiousness.
But this becomes part of my issue because they paint this one guy, the guy who like grabbed the girl's ass before, as like this bad guy. But then he just disappears for the movie and comes back at the end.
Yes. As like a friend.
Yeah, and he's just oh my boy! Like, what the fuck is this?
It's like you wanted to kill me earlier, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Like everyone's shitting on this guy. If I was that should be the start of this guy's villain story or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But during the race, we see some people break into a building, and it's the bridge. They raise the bridge. It is pretty sick when he jumps over the other racer.
Yeah. Ludacris is a fucking psychopath for doing that. He's just like, guys, check this out. I'm raising the bridge.
Do you think?
You're all going to die. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. 4 people dead.
Yeah. Well, the only guy who's smart about it, he's like, I'm not doing that shit.
He's the only sane human being in this movie.
Yeah.
And he's known as a coward because he takes the logical step in saying, I'm not going to jump the bridge with my car. I don't want to die tonight.
And Suki's car gets fucked up. She should be injured from that.
Yeah, they should all be dead.
Yeah. Well, yes.
I do love that she screams, woo, smack that ass.
Yes, she does. She screams, smack that ass. That's 2003, I think. I don't know. I didn't say smack that ass in 2003.
2003
we were children.
is like slogan.
Yeah.
I think that was George W.
Now what? It was now watch this drive and now smack that ass.
Now smack that ass. I think it's very funny that the crowd, like that whole crowd that's gathered around in the beginning of the race, literally only sees the start of the race and the end of the race. So I just picture like everybody like, woo, and then like they're off. And then it just like slowly devolves into silence and they're just waiting. And then Ludacris is like, yo, check this out. Let me spice this. I'm gonna lift a bridge. And then everyone's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
all right,
they
cool,
just got bored.
Yeah, that's seriously what it seems like.
I have to imagine there's like dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
They're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like cocaine.
Right, but like
It's like
regular
fire. You know?
well, like a real race, like a televised one, would have cameras all over the track and the people would be able to watch it like through a monitor.
Yeah.
But this is a street race, so it's all just like, well, I'm assuming they'll end up over here again. I guess. I don't know.
I think in the first movie they kind of show you. I mean, not that like what they do in LA is the same as Miami, but they kind of show you like when they're driving along that they have other sections that are blocked off, and there's like little groups of people partying kind of along the way.
Right.
So like some people get to see a little bit of it. Maybe they go like throughout the night. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, like that was the thing is I would have thought you would have seen other people standing on like the corners that they had blocked off to watch the race.
Sure.
It's
like
it's a ghost town.
Yeah. Like, did you guys ever watch the Long Island Marathon?
No.
When I was a kid, it used to run right past my backyard because it was on the Wantal Parkway closed off. So I used to go and watch it. And it was literally like you'd see a group of people run, you'd be like, woo. And you'd wait like 10 minutes and then woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a parade.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't organized. It would last hours. And it was like every couple of minutes you cheer on like a group of people. It's like, we know you lost, but I guess we're going to root you on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'd say, it's not about winning and losing. I go, then what's the fucking point?
Then why are we here?
I do like that how intense, like in the race scene when they're so far ahead, Brian and the other guy, and then like Suki and the other guy are still acting like, oh, I gotta win this race. It's like you're like 8 minutes behind, guy.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna win. You're obviously not gonna win.
They
I like her little computer dashboard though.
After the race, the cops arrive. So I guess they're like, we'll let them finish the race first.
Yeah,
well, before the cops show up, like after the race, I could be exaggerating, but there's like 600 shots of Ludacris just like nodding approvingly. There's so many. Like right after the race, he's just like, yeah. over and over and over and over and
It's
over.
it's a good night.
When we first see Eva Mendes, I was thinking that her and Brian had a history, but they're just pretty people looking at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Paul Walker, like, God rest his soul. This man cannot act.
He's
No.
terrible.
Very
Shit.
boring man. That's
He's
why
so
that's
bad.
why I felt like what's his face is so much more. It takes him so much more room on screen than him. He's so boring.
Yeah, he's like an
everything he says feels so forced and just like he's reading it off a piece of paper.
yeah, he's a terrible
He's
actor,
so bad.
but he's beautiful. You know,
That's true.
Yeah, he is.
The cops use a gadget to catch Brian driving. I don't know if that's a real gadget or not because it just shuts down his car.
it is not. It is not. Also, I had in my notes. Oh, the cops pulled out the assault rifle from Halo 1. That's what it looks like.
It's such a strange, like bulky, like weird, like piece of tech. Like it's like what the 80s would think like was happening in the future, but it seems so out of place. There's like nothing else like it in the movie.
Yeah.
Everything else is completely believable, like technology. There's just like a giant EMP claw that they can fire from a rocket launcher onto your car that shuts it down somehow.
Yeah.
Even if it just grabs the door, like it can shut down your whole car.
The door, yeah. They got that from Fast like 7, and they were like, "Oh shit, we're too early."
Yeah,
They
exactly.
sent it back from Fast 7.
Yeah.
They bring in Brian. He's being interrogated. But now he's apparently getting a job with the police to try to catch this guy. They just transitioned to being like, you know what? No, actually, we're going to use you to work undercover.
Yeah. He was super comfortable with it, too. He immediately fell into the role, like, totally. He's like, all right, what's the plan?
Yeah.
Like, this is...
I like how they're like, he's like, the only way I'm going to do this is if I get to pick the driver. And they're like, all right, Brian, who? And he's like, Tyrese.
All right. This is where I start to think when we finally meet Tyrese a little later on, now that you brought up the name Dominic Toretto, I couldn't believe this is something I was feeling during this movie. This was missing the star power of Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
So bad.
It does feel like there's a little bit of a something missing.
Yeah.
Something missing.
Yeah.
There's a 6'4" bald man missing.
If you look at, he's not 6'4". He's like 5'8".
Hey,
but if you
he looks Dominic Toretto is 6'4".
Yeah, you're right. Dominic Toretto.
Vin Diesel could be 5'11". Vin Diesel could be 5'1" for all I care. Dominic Toretto is 6'4" and his cock is 10 inches.
Yeah, they quickly mention that in the first movie. They bring that up super quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bruised my cervix.
Yeah. If you look at this movie as just like a buddy cop movie, I feel like it stands alone. If I'm just telling you, if you think this one wasn't that great, wait till you see Tokyo Drift.
That one I haven't seen, so I'm looking forward to it.
It goes way uphill after there, guys. I promise.
I do like Brian testing the guy they want to be his partner.
Yeah.
When he's like, he asks some question. There's no way they should have agreed to him just choosing his own partner.
I know. He's like, the only way I'm doing this, they're like, well, the only way that you're not going to prison if you do what we say. So like, you have no leverage, really. We could just get some other guy. Like, what the fuck?
Right. And those are the same cops from the first one, right? That he was working with? Okay.
Yeah. There was a new one, but I think the other one was the same guy from the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we cut to a demolition derby. And the guy he wants to choose, that's Tyrese, Roman Pearce. He's under house arrest. And he wants nothing to do with Brian because Brian is a cop. The fight looked very real. The two of them looked like they were genuinely tussling on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was anybody else getting, like, throughout this movie, getting, like, some serious gay vibes?
No.
Not really.
Really?
Yeah.
I found that all of it was super sexually charged. Like, we'll get to it, but even later, he's like, why are you looking at her? Why are you looking at her? It's like, what's it to you, dude?
I don't think it was like that.
You know, like,
Yeah, I don't think it was like that, my guy.
I don't know, man. Here's the thing. After watching
I want to go watch this
watching
movie now through this lens.
Hold up. After watching this, I was like, this movie's gay. So I looked it up. Does anybody else think Too Fast, Too Furious is gay? The answer is yes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And then I found a video by Ben from Canada on YouTube, who is the editor.
Ben 10 from
Mr.
Canada.
That's him, the editor for Mr. Sunday Movies content on YouTube.
Okay.
I was like, oh shit. And he has a whole video about how Too Fast, Too Furious is like a just great movie. Two former lovers learning to be friends.
I didn't pick up on that
And
at all.
I highly suggest it. It's very funny. It's very interesting and very gay.
Okay.
Yeah. But during this fight and after this fight, it looks like Tyrese keeps checking the wrong ankle for his ankle bracelet.
Does he? I didn't even notice that.
He keeps looking at the wrong ankle.
Because one thing I noticed, because at one point, Paul Walker says to him, I thought you were under house arrest. And he says, why do you think I parked so close to the Derby? So I have a question. Is this movie saying that Roman is under house arrest, but on a technicality, because he lives in an RV, he could drive his home anywhere?
Yeah.
That's not how house arrest works.
No, it is not.
100 yards seems very generous too.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, but you can't be under house arrest and drive an RV. Be like, I live in an RV, so I just drive it wherever I need to fucking go. Bullshit.
I'm pretty sure if you have like a trailer as like your house, it has to be like
Yes.
firmly like not driving. Yeah, like as a legal. I mean, I'm not saying people don't live in RVs, but there's no way that they're going to be like, okay, well, since technically your car is your house, you can go wherever you want.
What the fuck is that? That's honestly how they explained it. You know how you easily could have explained that? Never say he's under house arrest.
Yeah. The cop should have just been like, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
That was wild.
I think it was all for a joke, and the joke is like, oh, he's on house arrest, but he lives in an RV, and like, oh, okay, cool, good one.
It does raise a lot of questions.
Yeah, all you did was muddy the story up.
Yeah, exactly. All you did was make me go, oh, this movie's not real at all.
Yeah,
really confuses things for a bad joke.
I did like the line like where they're explaining to Tyrese what the deal is. And he's like still reluctant. I like how Paul Walker just goes, quit acting like you're not going to take this offer. And then the next scene, he took it. I was like, yes, that's great because we move it along. Like, I don't give a shit about his woes. Let's get into it. Let's drive some cars. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't care about their relationship. I don't care that Roman feels hurt that Brian was a cop. I don't care.
Yeah, because especially in this first scene, he's like, I did 3 years in jail because of you. Yeah. And then, like, we find out later it had nothing to do with Brian at all.
Yeah, the guy broke the law and got caught.
Yeah.
He's like, I know it had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It's just like, then why were you mad at me for like 2 decades? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. But you knew though. You knew that I had nothing to do with it. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You punched me in the face.
Yeah,
she did twice. Yeah.
They go to U.S. Customs. Roman's having second thoughts. We meet Monica Fuentes. That's Eva Mendes, and she clearly flirts with Roman and Brian. She's flirting with everybody in this movie because, again, 2003.
Yeah.
But this is another example of Eva Mendes is a star, and like she's a star among like nothing.
Yeah.
Like, even she has a presence in this movie that Paul Walker and Tyrese don't have.
Yeah, I mean, she's Eva Mendes, but also, here's a question. Questions. Eva Mendes works for the feds. Wasn't she at the race?
Yeah, she's undercover.
Why was she at the race?
She's working undercover.
To scout Brian, I guess.
Yeah, she's supposed to be scouting drivers undercover for Carter.
Okay.
Because she brings Brian and
Those are the two
Roman
assholes.
to Carter as a driver to run that job.
Okay. I would imagine that when it comes to undercover work, you're not given more than one assignment. You know? Like, hey, you're deep undercover with this guy. You've been dating him for a while. But also, we need to scout some drivers. So go to this street race.
She's scouting drivers for her undercover boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. But
That's
she's
the same
also
job.
scouting for feds.
Yes.
I see.
She's feeding them information.
Mhm.
Okay.
But like she's doing this for Carter.
Well, then never mind. That's
Yeah, no.
actually pretty good.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I thought this movie's all over the place. Turns out it's actually very direct.
She's just good at her job. Yeah.
I mean, it's so direct that eventually there are scenes that are just cut that really need to be in this movie. They show Brian and Roman their cars. Apparently they're sick. I don't know anything about cars, but they just look like the type of things I'd drive in GTA.
But they look like highlighters.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of this super dangerous stare and drive move?
That's disturbing.
There's actually a deleted scene in Anchorman where he does that, but it's played for laughs.
Really?
Like different laughs, yeah.
Well, like again with the gayness though. Before they like when they get
I like
the
how
cars,
this is a scene of a man and a woman looking each other in the eye, and Andy and somehow it's gay to Andy. So let's go.
Hold up. Let me explain.
I think I know what he's gonna say.
Okay, before they get in the cars, Eva Mendes picks Brian, and Tyrese is like, "Why are you going with him? Or why does she get to drive with you?" Now you can look at that as he's jealous because Eva Mendes picked him, or what I saw was he's jealous that Brian is looking at her, which he shows several times throughout this movie. Okay, and then once they do the drive and the stare, that bullshit, and then he pulls up next to him. He's like, he learned that from me.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Tyrese, not I'm saying their both names. Like Roman did that to Brian. Like he pulled that move.
Right. That's what Brian. It seems like.
I guess you could read it that way.
I did not read anything like that.
Well, no, that's not how I took it. But now I'm thinking, and then later on, he's like, "You fuck up everything because of a female." And
yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. Yeah.
Movie's gay as hell.
All right.
I think I like it more because of that, though.
Honestly, I found myself a little more engaged because of it.
Yeah, it's like it's the meta movie, you know. It's the read between the context.
Yeah. Also, she's crazy horny for Brian, like out of nowhere. She's just like, what I wrote it down because I found it bananas.
I'll be totally honest. If maybe I'm generalizing here, but if you're a woman and a guy pulled that move on you, the driving and speeding up and stopping perfectly at the red light with no issues, that seat's gonna get a little wet.
Or for one of two reasons.
you might have pissed yourself.
There's going to be two different reactions to that move.
I personally would have been like, "Are you fucking nuts? I'm going with the other guy," and I get out and get in Tyrese. But even before the drive-in stare, she says, if she goes, now he asks her, "What do you think, we're going to crash?" And she says, "I haven't decided yet."
Yeah.
Jesus.
She gonna suck his dick.
Yeah.
She's him crawdad.
She's gonna give him a roadhead.
And that's when Brian's like, "Oh, let me put these moves on her and show her what kind of fucking psychopath I am."
Yeah, and you can tell because like that's a real reach, you know, like crash. Like I guess it's a euphemism for sex. So if you're trying to make it about that, you must be like ready.
I'm thinking like crashing at my place, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking of smashing.
It's a reach around.
I do think those scenes Not that they don't age well, knowing how Paul Walker passed, but it is a little like, was he doing this?
People like in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, maybe.
Was he trying this shit in real life, and that's why he's no longer with us? He has literally zero drip in this movie. He's dressed like Adam Sandler as they're pulling up to
I know.
Carter's house.
He has like
Yeah, that's
cargo shorts
2003.
and like a skateboarding t-shirt.
Yeah.
But like everybody else is dressed somewhat nice.
Yeah.
Right, but he's got Paul Walker's face. So he
Mhm.
could just get away with that shit.
I
Just
get,
a
but like
beautiful man.
Tyrese is a good-looking guy and he's dressed well.
He has
Yeah,
really
but he's
nice
got
outfits,
style, you know, he's
well-fitted
got style.
clothes, and
Yeah,
I'm just confused why he took that shirt off like out of nowhere.
Oh, it's because he wanted. I understood why.
he broke the window.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but like it seemed weird that like I don't know, like I didn't think of that, and then also Brian just opened the car anyway, so
That was
that
funny.
was funny. That was
That
funny.
made me chuckle. Yeah.
I liked how when he takes off his shirt, Brian gives him a look like, "What are you doing?"
yeah.
I thought that was funny.
We meet Carter Verone. He tells all the drivers that one of his cars was impounded, and the first team to get back what was in the glove box can work for him. All the drivers run to their cars like it's the start of the amazing race. They make their way to Little Haiti to retrieve the package. The government is watching them, but for some reason their first thought is, they're running!
I know.
Yeah.
You sent them undercover,
Yeah.
assholes!
Like 5 minutes ago. It was zero patience.
Yeah.
Zero patience.
will say-
Immediately.
That car getting crushed by that 18-wheeler is pretty sick.
Yeah.
That was two dudes die because
Yeah.
they tried to pull the move that they watched Brian and Roman pull. That was
Yeah.
that was fun.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
But-
the worst job interview ever.
Yeah.
If you are the government, you have an informant. She should be telling you, hey, they're going to be doing this thing.
Right.
He's testing them. Why didn't you tell them that?
Yeah.
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 Now,
it's really dumb. It's really, really dumb.
to go back to my my gay theory. All right.
Andy,
During this scene,
yeah.
it is, to me, it seems as though Brian and Tyrese, I forget his name, Roman. Brian and Roman are
My cousin
Flirting.
Roman.
they're flirting here. Like
They're
even gives
not,
him,
my
he
guy.
gives him the finger and then he swirls it around. He swirls it, Robbie.
Okay.
And then they're like giggling with each other, like, Roman, you're such a catch.
No, he doesn't say that. You
I don't
can't
know,
just
man.
put words in their mouths, brother.
Listen. Watch it again.
I'm not. I'm never going to watch this again. I assure you, I will never watch this again.
All right, I'm just saying there's some suggestive shit in this movie.
I'll go back and watch it.
I'm telling you, it's gay.
Okay, listen, if you want to think that, I guess you can. I didn't see it.
Okay. All right.
I gotta see it now, though. Now that you bring it
Yeah.
up.
Hey, do you guys notice this movie doesn't know the difference between Haiti and Jamaica?
How so?
We drive to Little Haiti. They are very specific. They are driving to Little Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
Yet when we drive past all the people and the guy crossing the street, which I did like because it shows how slow the rest of the drivers are compared to Brian and Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are Jamaican, not Haitian. They're speaking with Jamaican accents.
Except on McLeod, that's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
This movie does not know the difference between Haiti and Jamaica, two very distinct cultures and peoples.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't even catch they said it was Little Haiti.
Well, that's because that's where the car was impounded. They say it's in Little Haiti.
Right. Well, maybe you have to go through Little Jamaica.
But I was like, no, I don't think they know the difference. I think they were trying to show us, oh, we're in Little Haiti. You know what? Jamaicans are the same thing. Who fucking cares? Because that's what this movie did. And right away, Laura and I were like, those people weren't Haitian.
Yeah.
Those people were not Haitian.
Well, then they get there, and that's when we get Tyrese taking off his shirt to show us this man's fucking yoked.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yoked out of his
Yeah.
gourd.
Sculpted. Absolutely.
An Adonis.
Yeah.
I do like the look Brian gives him when he just opens the door. He's like, "You fucking asshole."
Yeah. And as soon as they took the package out, and it was like small and cylindrical, I was like, "That's a cigar." He made them fetch a cigar.
I really enjoy. They get back and he goes, "That's all that was? Just for a cigar?" There also look like brass knuckles fell out of the packaging too.
That might have been the cigar cutter.
The cutter.
Oh, okay.
Also, what do you guys think about this villain?
I like the villain. I think he's good.
Yeah, same. I thought he was like the strongest part.
Yeah, he doesn't seem. He's not like evil. He's just like calculated, sort of.
Yeah, but he was like pretty intimidating, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an
like,
organized crime boss. That's all he is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you could be like, it's hard to pull off that like quietly intimidating. You know, like it's very easy to just just be quiet. You know, like it's hard to keep the intimidating aspect in there.
Yeah, I think he was really, really doing more than he had to in this movie. You know?
Yeah.
I at one point really would have loved to call Carter racist for the shit he like says to Roman, but then Roman keeps doing stupid shit.
Yeah. he's just calling Roman out. Yeah.
Yeah, he pickpockets him at one point and he calls him out for it, and Roman's like complaining about it. It's like, bro, you can't pickpocket people.
Even when the cops show up, Tyrese immediately just opens fire. Like, he just starts shooting at the cops. Like, dude, that's not what you should do.
No.
I understand that, but that was cleared up to me later on.
Yeah.
When Brian says to the cop, if he wanted to kill you, you wouldn't be here. He was clearly just shooting the tires out.
He was just trying to be like, no, we're not friends with them. Like, just keep it undercover.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like some of the things Roman does in this movie to help them get away. He shows a lot of intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very intelligent. He's just obnoxious.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But he's very good at being obnoxious.
Yeah, well, I like when Carter tells him, I'll give you both $100,000 at the finish line. Roman immediately tries to negotiate for $100,000 each.
Yeah.
It's unclear whether or not they get that.
Well, they walk away with plenty of money.
Well, yeah.
Pockets ain't empty, cuh.
That's such a bad line.
Yeah. Just like a white guy throwing around cuh is it's just like, oh man.
It's so funny.
Man?
It's so funny. They have Brian and Roman, Paul Walker and Tyrese have zero chemistry. Zero chemistry together.
I thought they were pretty good.
I disagree. I think they have chemistry.
I think it's the best acting Paul Walker does is because it seems like they're genuinely having a good time with each other.
I don't know, man. This whole time I'm going, where's Vinny? Can we have Ludacris more in this movie? He's bringing something. But these guys are nothing to me.
Vin Diesel just becomes like just a mumbling thumb like throughout the rest of it. He's just.
Here's the thing. That's fine. I saw only the first movie. I liked the first movie.
Well, that's right. You liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it. This, I was like, let's go, guys. Come on.
It's a different movie. And this is a different movie than really the rest of the franchise. I mean, the Tyrese Gibson sticks around and his character remains largely the same, but like this is in terms of like this is kind of like a buddy cop movie, and they don't really ever do that again, really.
Brian and Roman bring their cars to a shop. In the back of the shop, Ludacris is now holding a boat race. Right after Roman yells at Brian for getting in trouble because of women, he hits on every woman at the boat race.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, even like to backpedal a little bit, or not backpedal, rewind a little bit. When Roman, when they get the cigar and the bad guy's like, all right, come with Eva Mendes, take them to the back. So he takes them to the back. And Tyrese is like, why are you looking at her? And he's like, I'm not. And then it cuts, and it's like moments later, and he's still on him about it. He's like, you were looking at her. And he's like, I wasn't. And he's like, yeah, you were. And he goes, fine, I was. Shut up. And then he goes, don't tell me to shut up. You shut up. Don't tell me to shut up. I was like, that's like, you're an old couple. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Come on.
I think you're wrong.
Robbie,
they're bickering
open your
friends.
Eyes. Open
They're just
your eyes.
Bickering
What
friends, dude.
dude.
I don't
if
think that you can be right or wrong, Rob. It's art. You take out of it what you
Listen,
take out of it.
Robbie, if you and I, right, let's say we're single men, right? We're young, we're fit, and we're
So we're 0 for 3.
So
Yeah.
Andy's it's yeah.
We're not single, we're not young, and we're not fit. Continue in this scenario, brother.
right. Let's say we're at a beach, right? And you're checking out a girl, right? No harm done here. You're just looking at her butt or whatever. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? You're like, I don't know, man. I'm looking at her butt. Like, what are you doing that for? Wouldn't you be like, what's it to you?
So here's my question I'm going to ask you about this hypothetical scenario, okay?
Yeah.
Are you and I working undercover?
No.
Okay, is the person I'm checking out also working undercover as our coworker?
Maybe, but how could we know?
Well, if we're not undercover, then then she can't be a coworker undercover.
You could know that. I know that about everyone in my life,
All right.
All right. So you're saying that it's strictly because Tyrese is all business.
Yeah, he's like, don't fuck this shit up.
Even though he's pickpocketing the guy.
Yeah, even though the very next scene he's also hitting on all the girls.
I think it's a you know your own flaws and you point them out in others.
I don't think it's a matter of hitting on girls. If Paul Walker was just hitting on a random chick, I don't think Tyrese gives a fuck.
It's the fact that she's connected to the.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's because Tyrese also says she's fucking Carter. And if Carter gets jealous, which he does, of Eva Mendes later on, then you're going to fuck up because now he's going to get violent and kill us all.
Yes.
Because we even get that scene later on where for some reason, instead of showing Carter talking about it, Eva Mendes just comes in and goes, he's going to kill you. I saw him talking about that. He's going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, if this is just a trick by Eva Mendes, that's a bad scene. Show him talking about it. But that's that's not the point. But I just think it's a matter of keep your head in the game. Don't fuck this up because you're going to get us killed or thrown into prison.
It could be two things.
I guess it could be.
Yeah. Listen, I think it's a little gay. That's all. I think there's some gayness here.
There also it sounds like there may be a history of Brian getting other people into trouble because of women he was pursuing. I think that's potentially what they were more so.
Wasn't that also in the first movie, him getting into trouble because he's of women?
He liked Dom's sister and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Andy, in this scenario, which one is the top? Which one's the bottom?
I don't think that.
No.
It doesn't seem that. Well, let me answer your question, Robbie.
Here we go.
That even is your
Andy
real
over
name.
here.
I mean, it seems that it's not. Oh my god! It seems that Paul Walker, Brian, isn't really into Tyrese like Tyrese is into him.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that Paul Walker is the top.
That's very weird justification.
It seems like he's got all the power.
It's like, yeah, I'll fuck you, but I better be the pitcher, brother.
Yeah, that's what it seems
All
like.
right.
Yeah. It's like classic, like, no, it's not gay. If you're not getting fucked, it's not gay. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty gay either way.
After I take a shot in the mouth, as long as I say no homo, we're cool.
Yeah, if I spit it, it's fine.
Oh,
God.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course.
No,
we're all cool
that's
here on
just not where
Andy,
the lines are.
you don't need to throw that in
it.
there. We're fine.
You never know.
It's
Somebody's
not
saying
Seinfeld in the
homophobic.
90s.
Who cares? Who fucking cares?
You
That's
want them to
truth.
be gay, so
I do. I really do.
Yeah, so I don't think anyone's gonna think you're a homophobe.
That's true. That's true.
Unless you're like, I only want them to be gay so I can beat them up. Then maybe, but I don't think that's like. You just want to let your rage out, Andy. I know.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous for your song, Andy. How many times you use the F slur?
I do touch on the gay stuff in my song.
That doesn't
Gross.
surprise me.
Why not?
Mostly because of your projection.
Probably.
Do you think the cigar is a metaphor?
And he cuts it. Uh-oh.
They're Bill Clintoning. At least if you stick a cigar in a man, you're not even going to see a difference in color. Roman is going to be staying with Ludacris. Two guys follow Brian and Roman to the gas station. They fucking light their car on fire.
Yeah, it's a pretty good diversion though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very. Can't just get in the car and start driving.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Brian and Roman meet with the government agents. They go over all the details. That's when Roman then goes, "Oh, Monica's sleeping with Carter," and they're like, "All right." As they're leaving, we get the legendary "Forget about it, cuh."
Yeah.
Well, see, okay. This is the last one. Okay. The tension in when the cops are like, "Oh, you didn't hear? He let his man go. He let Dom Toretto go," and you see, your boy Tyrese gets upset. He's like, "Oh, you let that guy go, but you let me rot in jail, right?"
Mhm.
Even though, he has no fucking control over that. Just because you're a cop, you can't be like, "No, he's good. He's good. Let him go."
Yeah. Stop arresting him right now.
Yeah. But like, there seems to be, at least to me, jealousy there.
Mm.
Like, "Oh, you like that guy. What about you left me to rot in jail? You didn't even like write or anything."
Yeah, it was a very different situation.
Yeah, but again, that's not a gay thing. He already blames Brian for him going to prison for 3 years. And now he hears that Brian helped another guy, Dominic Toretto, avoid going to jail. Yeah, he's hurt. I don't think that's a gay jealousy or a lover jealousy.
Sure. I think it's just regular jealousy.
Yeah.
But still, if we're going with my gay thing, there's another layer.
It's all regular jealousy, Andy. It's all regular.
That's true.
I like how Andy said if we're going with his gay thing, which I don't know, man. I'm clearly not on board, but
okay, all right.
He's trying to wrap you into it.
I can tell.
Since we're all in agreement.
Andy with the gay agenda over here.
Yeah. It says my gay homework is due on Tuesday.
Oh.
I write all my homework in my gay agenda.
I think if people would be a lot less upset if they realized that the gay agenda was just trying to convince people that Too Fast, Too Furious has undertones. People would freak out a lot less about it. That's what it is. That's the gay agenda.
Yeah.
I thought the gay agenda was trying to convince me Too Fast, Too Furious was a watchable movie.
Robbie.
You watched it.
I did. I did watch it. Brian says they need an exit strategy because things are getting thick quick.
Gross.
So they need to get 2 more cars. They challenge drivers from before. Yeah. The winners get the losers' cars.
I like how those guys are like 30 years older than them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate that, like, when they lose the cars, though, that their girlfriends are much more supportive of them than earlier in the movie when they're like, "No, we're breaking up because you lost." They're like, they're like holding them, like they're like gently, like, "It's okay, sweetheart, everything's gonna be okay." It was a nice scene, even though like those guys, I don't know, like, weren't they prepared to kill Brian and Roman earlier?
Were, but they just accepted the loss. They were just like, "Oh, fair's fair."
Yeah, exactly. Okay, hold me on the situation. Hold me on the side of the road, honey.
Yeah. Although I did
kill these guys.
I thought that Paul Walker being a psychopath and playing chicken with this dude was a nice touch. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because guys like, "You're gonna move, right?" And Paul Walker's like, "Nah, dude, I'm willing to die for this."
And we know he is.
Yeah. Ooh. But it was good. It was good. I like that part.
The cars looked the CGI cars. I was like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
When they're like racing up next, you can't see it on the podcast, but when they were like showing us that they were like neck and neck, it just looked so bad.
It did, yeah. It very 03. Very 2003. I also like that Brian pulling that dirty move of playing chicken isn't that bad because we see the other team use that dirty move of like hitting the thing in front of Roman before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, how could you precisely hit that thing going the speed you're going? Like, precisely hit that so it winds up right in front of Roman's car. and like not spin off the road. It was like that. I was like, oh, that sucks. But then the chicken thing, I was like, that's cool.
I mean,
It's
sort
all
of
about
makes
skills.
sense. Well, I was gonna say the other guy was driving like a big heavy muscle car, and Roman's got like a tiny little like zipper. So like it kind of makes sense that like Roman's like, that's gonna fuck up my tiny little shitty car, but a big muscle car can push it around.
Yeah, I did like how they knew, like even before the race, and they didn't really make a plan before the race. They're like, that thing can, has like 400 billion horsepower. So like we got to pull something out of our ass, and the other guy just nods, and then they don't make a plan. They just go like, oh, we'll figure it out.
That was the plan.
We'll figure it out. Yeah,
but also they beat them earlier. I don't know. Like it just seems like they already knew about those cars because they raced them earlier and won already by a lot.
Well, they only won because there were other cars on the road.
Yeah, the other, they're just not as good of a driver.
Yeah.
Brian and Roman go to a club. They meet with Monica. That's Eva Mendes' name, by the way. The bartender asks for Roman. I do like when they're like, oh, Mr. Roman, can I get you anything? It's very ominous how he goes, yeah, bring over Brian and Roman or whatever he says.
Yeah.
They all go to the VIP section. Verone tells Brian that he's got balls for talking to Monica. Yeah. And then Carter does this weird thing where he like points out that prostitute to Brian. He's like, hey, look at that blonde over there.
Just trying to get him distracted. Hey, why don't you go fuck someone else?
Yeah.
But like also it's just like, I mean, that Eva Mendes introduced us, right? I mean, like so I mean,
it's not that weird that we know each other.
Talking.
Yeah.
They all leave the VIP section. Everyone in this movie is so awkward. I don't know why. Like, we just got here. We're leaving now. Like, okay.
Yeah, that was an awkward scene.
The blonde lady leads the guy she was with to Verone, Brian, and Roman. It turns out he's a cop on Verone's payroll. This is horrifying.
Yeah.
Robbie, how did you like this scene?
I thought it was horrifying.
Yeah, it is. This is a dark chapter of the Fast and Furious saga.
I thought it was really good, though. Like, what is this doing in the middle of this Too Fast, Too Furious movie? It's like some mob shit.
Yeah. It was dark. Like, yeah, exactly. It didn't fit. He's biting me. He's biting me.
But it was good, though. I was like, this is like legitimately intense and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, that's good.
Then Diesel's like, 5 years later, he's like, Jesus Christ, what did he do?
What you guys do to my franchise?
I've never seen any shit like that before. Yeah. Man, once you see that guy, you know that he's like a dirty son of a bitch, Like every time you see that guy, you're like, yeah, some rat's gonna be forced to eat out his stomach,
Oh, that's Rat Guy.
But that's a terrible way of torture and comes totally out of nowhere in this movie.
Yeah, and ultimately it doesn't work because he does not go through with it.
Well, because he goes, okay, I'll give you a window. It's like, wait, you just said you couldn't. So how are you actually going to get you a window?
You're just going to say that so he takes the rat off your belly.
It's like, now I don't believe you. Rat, go harder.
Yeah.
And then he's like, if you're lying, I'm going to do it to your kid.
Yeah. Yeah. He said he names them. He's like your wife, yada yada, your son, yada yada, your daughter, yada yada. I was like, Jesus Christ.
He's like, I don't know why we named my son and daughter after my wife, yada yada.
Yada yada.
I like how he says the rat's gonna visit them, like he's gonna send the rat out. Like he trusts the rat to like go get the job done on his own,
Yeah, you see the rat. The rat is like at the end of their driveway, with just cracking its knuckles.
The rat shows up
along the bucket.
He's got a smaller rat.
He works the torch.
He's got a smaller rat.
All of a sudden, they're inside the house. So you hear very light. Oh shit! That's the rat.
Oh no! That sounded like it was coming from the bottom of the door.
Oh no! We should never have installed that doggy door. He walked right in.
I told you little Stuart was never going to drive his car through it.
Also, that's a big fucking
you
rat,
ready?
though. No.
Carter and Monica kiss, and he threatens her if she ever touches another man, he'll kill her. Okay.
Yeah, again, he is so intense, like, especially for a movie like this. Like, he's grabbing her face.
Yeah.
And she's, like, trying to pull away. I was like, this is uncomfortable. But also, like, well acted, Yeah.
Speaking of grabbing face, when Eva Mendes is, like, covering up his mouth, Like she doesn't even put on gloves or like use a rag or anything, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Just
he's
like,
like
he's gonna
cover.
lick your hands. You gotta, you gotta
He's like cover his mouth, and she just does it.
with like bare hands. Like use a
Yeah.
pillow or something. Jesus,
Yeah,
gross. Look at him.
it's like a very intense scene right in the
Yes.
middle of this like breezy movie.
Eva Mendes. That's the her look she's giving him. That's like Eva Mendes looking at the director. Like, are you sure this is what we're doing?
Is this the right move?
Do you know what we're filming right now? He's like, oh fuck, I was directing a horror I was directing the next Saw movie at the same time.
Yeah.
I got the scene switched. God damn it. We get a quick scene of poker for literally no reason other than like, all right, we're going to bed.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah.
There's a perfectly clean Chinese food box
Yeah.
right in the middle of the table. If someone had white rice only.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too good. Can I just get a thing of white rice?
Yeah.
My stomach's bothering me. Monica approaches Brian on the houseboat that he's sleeping in and tells him that she heard Verone say he's going to kill him. This is so bad. This is so bad. Show Verone saying that. You can't have her just show up and go, Verone said he's going to kill you.
I know.
Yeah, they did seriously need like at least like a 5-second clip of him like, oh, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah,
You know, like something.
I know.
Yeah, once we're done with them, we go what we'll do. But no, she just wasn't tell him. And I'm sitting there going, if she's not lying, what a terrible job.
Yeah. And maybe a reshoot or a rewrite later on in production after that guy was like, nope, I'm not coming back. It's a 4-hour drive. I'm not going back that way.
Verone's guys followed her to the boat, and then Monica and Brian kiss as Roman stalls. The dudes search their boat. They don't find Monica. We get a little standoff. Verone shows up. He tells them that his boys are going to be riding with Brian and Roman as they do their job. I do like in the next scene, one of the good agents is like, all right, we're going to call this mission off because you're driving into a fucking ambush.
Yeah.
And the other goes like, no, we're not calling this off. What is wrong with you?
I liked how Roman, like there's a scene where Roman walks up to Eva Mendes while she's like lounging. He's like, where were you this morning? And she went to tell Paul Walker that he was going to kill him.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I had breakfast with some friends. He's like, breakfast with some friends, huh? She's like, yeah.
Would you have a nice
like,
egg Benedict?
Nice. But then he's just like, all right. And that's the end of the scene.
Yeah.
Like, why did you put that
rudely throws her glasses back at her. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever, not to draw it back here a second, but if you guys have ever been on a boat.
I have been on a boat, yes.
You can't take a single step without everybody in the boat hearing clunking and clanking, like, because the walls are all hollow, and like, so you're telling me that she jumped up and climbed out of that like skylight, and like we didn't hear anyone going clink 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 clink, and there's sneakers and elbows and knees hitting the walls and shit.
Yeah.
Brian, Roman, and the team look at their cars. Brian starts asking for half-empty bottles of nitrous. And then Brian tells Roman, listen, if I could have done anything, I would have. And Roman's like, that's all I needed to hear, apparently.
Yeah. And then he's like, it's not your fault. I was in jail.
I know. I knew the whole time.
Yeah. And he's like, I just didn't like that you were a cop.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, man.
Real mature.
Yeah.
Once again, you punched me in the face twice, but okay. Got it.
Knocked one of my teeth loose, dude.
Verone leaves for the airstrip. We see one of the guys that the government has watching Verone. He's like a gardener or something. He's like, all right, he's heading down, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All the government agents talk and watch Verone. I like the line, guns, murderers, and crooked cops. I was made for this, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says bruh a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh, like every other line, and it's like it's just. So I wonder if they had a chat in production. They're like, dude, you got to tone it back.
Yeah.
Brian, Roman, and the henchmen get to the house, and they destroy the walls and start getting the money, because there's always money in the banana stand.
Mm-hmm. Well, the money's just loose. It's not even like bagged up or anything.
I know, they have to load it into bags.
It's like idiot.
And then for some reason, local cops decide to ruin everything and go after them. And this is where Roman uses an SUV to crash into the cops. I really liked that, giving them some time.
I was gonna put a brick on the pedal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting chased down I-95. Brian gets shot with one of those inhibitor things from before. And then we watch as he rips it out of the car with his bare hands and throws it at the cop car.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And he has the stranger who was trying to kill him like a scene before, just holding him.
I feel like the reason it's even in the first time is just so that you're not as confused the second time when they do it.
Yeah.
Those are the only reasons. It's like, oh yeah, that was from before when it was confusing. It's not less confusing. They just did it twice now, but okay.
Well, they shot this thing out of a gun or something, and it failed to lodge properly in his car.
Yeah.
He threw it, and it lodged perfectly in that.
Yeah.
And also, it's like super electric, and he's just like picking it up bare hands.
Yeah.
No, not even a glove. You could have had driver's gloves on, and at least he could have been wearing them the whole time.
Yeah, something.
Next, we see a bunch of huge trucks come through and wreck the cop cars, and all the racers come flying out of the garage. It's absolute chaos.
I like this scene.
I like that a lot. It was like some heist movie stuff. I like it.
Brian and Roman are cornered on the... Oh, yeah, but this is also where we see the other guy, like the guy from before. He's like, hey, I'm one of the group again!
They let me come. They let me come back.
They invited me.
When we see their cars get cornered on the beach, it's Suki and Ludacris. They're probably going to go to prison now.
Yeah.
No, because they do say later on, they're like, nope, we gave them all immunity. We didn't give a fuck. They destroyed a bunch of police cars, but they're totally fine.
Yeah. They might as well have just had it like, but what about, nope, doesn't matter. All immune. Everything's good. Everything's good and fine because, my God, they got results.
Roman and Brian are now getting along with the henchmen until we see Roman hit an ejector button and the henchman goes flying out of the car.
Yeah. Love it. And then you think when the other guy, he's like, hey, my guy says we got to go to the place. It's just like, why isn't that guy questioning? Like, hey, shouldn't my friend have told him that we were going to do that instead of you? Like,
yeah.
Well, I think he asked that, and he says like he didn't know either.
Oh.
So like I think he literally just wanted to kill Paul Walker, and he didn't care about Tyrese.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because he goes, who said anything about an airstrip?
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck. That's when we find out Verone knows Monica is an agent because she's the only person he told about an airstrip.
Oh, no.
He takes Monica onto a boat and tells the henchman to get rid of Brian. Brian's ejector seat doesn't work. Roman saves him. Roman and Brian beat the shit out of the bald henchman.
They kicked this dude for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. His teeth are gone.
He's dead. He's dead for sure.
Yeah.
You can't get kicked for a minute straight. You're dead.
It's brutal. Not by two guys. Not when one of them is. I mean, there's no way. I didn't see Roman's legs, but if they're half as toned as his upper body, then. You know.
But also, when he's clicking the ejector thing and it's not working, the guy's like, "Hey, what's that? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what is that? Hey!" It's like, just shoot him. What are you doing? Why are you waiting for it?
Like in Metal Gear Solid, when you're like tapping on the wall. And
hey, what was that?
Oh, who was that? Oh, was I not?
Whose footprints are these?
Brian and Roman jump off a dock and the car lands in Verone's boat. Brian shoots him and then Monica holds a shotgun to him. And he gets arrested.
Yeah.
I have a question. Did Paul Walker know that there was a ramp there?
I guess they saw it.
I think in this universe, it's just safe to assume that there's a ramp there.
Yeah.
Because like he's driving and they're driving like the long road and Tyrese is like, are you doing what I think you're going to do? He's like, I'm going to try. So he buckles up. He's like, what? How are you going to get? That's a boat. Yeah. This is a car. That's a boat. How you gonna get there? Oh, there's a ramp. Okay. All right.
There's always a ramp.
Always.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
what was the plan after they got onto the boat? Because once they crash onto the boat, they're both just like, oh, fuck.
Their plan is to just
Oh my
kill
God.
Verone or stop him.
Eva Mendes is in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could have killed. That could have killed
Kamikaze.
everybody. Yeah, that really
Yeah.
could have killed all of them. Like,
Which
All
would have been
them
a lot of
should be
fun.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, there's a big. I think in action movies, like the power of intention is really important. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
because like if you're like driving your car over a ramp into a boat and you like really think hard, like it's not everything's gonna explode as soon as it hits the boat, because in a lot of situations it would just all explode immediately.
Yeah. it
Yeah.
So
would.
it's all the power of intention. You know, the good
Yeah.
vibrations.
I'm picking up a good vibrations. The agent tells them that their records are now clean, and that's only after they lied, and then they go, actually, there are 6 bags. It's like, okay, you didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Verone is going to kill Roman when he's out of prison, and then we see Brian goes, we'll open a garage. He goes, with what money? And they go, pockets ain't empty, cuh. And they have all them, and they've stolen a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the he can tell him confidently, like just immediately after like within minutes of the ending of the resolution of this huge situation, that he can confidently say, "You and all 40 of your friends, there's going to be no issue moving forward, so don't worry about it.
Your records are
It's not
clean."
going to be hard to deal with all that paperwork in any way at all. There's not that many moving parts when you arrest 80 people at once.
Yeah.
Believe it or
Honestly,
not.
that's why they're letting them all go, just to avoid the
Yeah, it's like,
paperwork.
Yeah.
fuck it. You're
It's
fine.
super easy.
You're fine. Don't do it again, all right?
At
It's like-
some point, the cops just started racing with the people to get, they just started having fun.
Yeah.
It's like
It
if
was
you-
like a block party.
You ever go to a parade in New York City and eventually it gets so crowded, they just open up the subway turnstiles and just go.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. Just go.
These end credits are awful, by the way.
Mm.
They look terrible. The music's awful. And that's my final note, that the end credits
Yeah.
are awful.
It's a classic, like 90s, not 90s, like early 2000s, whatever.
No, the
They all did it.
CGI, yeah.
All the superhero movies and stuff, they all did the CGI credits.
We also get a song, Too Fast, Too Furious.
By
Yeah.
Luda Christopher.
Yeah. That wasn't in the first one. I thought wasn't there also, this was like a redux.
It may have been.
Don't remember.
I don't remember that much.
Yeah. He was ahead of his time.
Should we go to Letterboxd?
I think we shan't.
All right. I did not like this movie very much.
Yes.
I personally think Paul Walker and Tyrese had no chemistry. I think it misses Vin Diesel. I think this is a 1.5 star movie.
I'm disegregious on that. I'd give it like 2.
So you're not that far off.
That's pretty similar.
Nah, 'cause, like, 2. I don't know if I'd go 2.5. I go 2. I don't think this is 1.5. I think this is 2.
Mark, what are your thoughts?
It's hard to evaluate it because I appreciate it as just kind of like schlock, like I
Yeah.
appreciate just like I enjoy it. Like I had a good time watching it, so it's hard to like, but like as a film, like no, it's not great. Like,
Oh,
2.5,
of course.
3. Like I'd say 2 is not terribly inappropriate. It's Too Fast, Too Furious.
All right. So you know what?
2 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it's going to be. You talked me into it. 2 stars.
That's
Hell yeah.
a good title for the review. Too Fast, Too Furious, 2 stars.
2 stars.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. All right. That works. Just because of that, 2 stars. And I have 4 trivias.
I also have 4 trivias.
I have none.
Andy, would you like to go first?
Sure. How many months was Eva Mendes undercover for? Was it 8, 9, 10, or 11 months?
Rob.
First
off, who is this according to?
They say it in the movie.
They say it twice in the movie.
Bobby knows.
Because it's
I don't
11
know.
months.
It is 11 months.
But that's not what someone else says later on.
Well, it's been
Really?
later. It's been
Yep.
more than a month later. A month's gone by.
Yeah, I guess.
According to the screen when they are briefing Paul Walker, or Brian, what date was Carter Verone's arrest warrant issued? June 5th, 1996, July 16th, 1997, August 1st, 1998, May 19th, 1999. Mark.
May 19th.
No.
Okay.
Andy, the second date you said.
I want you to say it.
I don't remember.
Is it June 5th, 1996?
Say my name.
July 16th, 1997? Or August
July
1st?
16th, 1997.
It is July 16th, 1997, yes.
Verone's mansion was previously owned by what actor in real life? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, or Jean-Claude Cardin? Instead of Van Damme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were the options again? Because I got too thrown off by Cardon.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, or Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Gene Parmesan.
Oh, R.I.P. Martin Mull, brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, his last words were "fuck Andy."
Wow. Well, he could surprise Lucille in heaven.
That's what I said. It said somewhere up there, Jessica Walters going, Gene?
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
Sly Stallone.
Correct.
Look at me. It just
Good
looked
job.
like a very Sly Stallone house. I don't know why.
Great job, Robbie.
Thank you. What are Carter Verone's henchmen's names? Is it Jose and Enrique, Roberto and Julio, Jose and Roberto, Enrique and Roberto?
Andy,
Andy.
Enrique, and Roberto.
That is correct, yes.
Hell yeah, brother. Okay, what movie was Vin Diesel filming while this was filmed? Was it Chronicles of Riddick, Blackout, Triple X, or Bloodshot?
Mark. Triple
Yes.
X.
It was Triple X. He was filming hardcore porn.
Jesus. I gotta
And
tune
then,
in.
and then, and then
Triple
after
X.
that, he filmed the action movie titled Triple X.
According to Verone, how long was Monica undercover for? 2 years, 15 months, 11 and a half months, 18 months. Mark.
11 and a half.
It's 11 and a half months, yeah.
Huh.
Why would anyone specify a half a month?
I don't know.
That's
I
a
thought that
weird-
was so funny.
So just two and 3/4 months. It's like, dude, just what are you telling somebody that you're 8 and a half? Like,
He's been
That's
here
like-
for 364 days.
That's like when you ask somebody how old their kid is, and they're like, 48 months. Like, why do you
Yeah.
just fucking tell me? That's 4 years, asshole.
312 months.
Yeah. All right. After this trivia question, I have a quote that I'd like to read.
Oh,
from
excellent.
Sir Vin Diesel.
Oh,
He's
good.
knighted. Yeah, did you know that?
I didn't. That's incredible.
Yeah. How much did Vin Diesel turn down to return to this movie? Was it $12 million, $16 million, $19 million, or $25 million?
Rob,
Yes.
19 million.
No.
Mark,
Yes.
was it the 25 million?
He turned down $25 million.
Wow.
What an
Here's
idiot.
why. Here's why.
You wanted to live life 1/4 mile at a time.
All right, this is a quote from IMDb, so who knows? But it says, in a 2015 article with Variety, Vin Diesel revealed that he turned down a $25 million awful offer from Universal Studios to return to this film. Diesel reasoned that the premise of the film did not work, stating Universal Studios didn't take a Francis Ford Coppola approach to it. They approached it like they did sequels in the 80s and 90s,
Well,
when they would drum up a new story, unrelated for the most part, and slap the name on it. brother, look at the rest of this franchise.
Yikes, brother.
Well, you don't think they took a Francis Ford Coppola approach to the rest of the franchise? They wouldn't say that.
No.
Just at a glance, just at a surface cover view of.
It did remind me of
say-
Jack.
I would say that this took a very 80s approach to its sequel.
Yeah. I mean, he's right. He's right in that, like, it's like this could be any movie. It doesn't have to be a two. Like, there's no reason for it to be a part of that movie franchise at all, other than like it could have been another movie with I want to say Brian now. I can't even think of his real name.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Yeah.
I thought what it seems to me that Vin Diesel was like, I'm gonna take the Sylvester Stallone route. Like, I'm gonna start in action, and then I'm gonna win awards. Like, I'm gonna write my own screenplay. I'm gonna do like a Rocky, win Best Picture, and all that shit.
I'm gonna
But,
be
like,
an
it just
action
didn't
star,
work
and then
out.
I'm gonna be a washed-up action star.
Yeah. But it didn't work out, so he was just like, fuck it, I'll come back.
Yeah.
And he did it.
And then they totally incorporate all that Tyrese Gibson is in like all the movies. Like not the next one, but I think
Yeah,
four
from then on out. Yeah.
four moving forward. I'm pretty sure he's in
Well-
every movie.
Weren't they going to try to make this like an anthology franchise?
Yes, that's why they did Tokyo Drift. But then,
And then-
the test audiences were like, why is this happening so far away from where's Poochie? You know, like.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It seems like the next one's like a straight to DVD type deal.
Tokyo Drift had a theatrical release.
I know, but it just seems like
Oh yeah,
You know,
like it should have been.
none of
probably,
the
yeah.
like none of the people return. You know, it's
Mhm.
just seems like one of those.
Walmart special. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wrote a song. What about you, Robbie?
I still have another question.
Oh shit.
What TV show does Roman reference before him and Brian jump onto the boat?
Andy,
Andy.
Dukes of Hazzard.
This Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
All right, never
That's
mind.
That's an astute reference, though. You know, given the
Yeah.
situation.
It was
No.
good. I also wrote a song.
Wow.
I did too.
Look at us. And you know how we're going to determine who goes first?
Is it the wheel of goddamn names, Robbie?
It's the wheel.
of Death.
It's the wheel of amazing names. It's spinning right now.
Good grief.
Charlie Brown. Yeah, I'm first.
Robbie.
My song is called How Fast Can You Drive? And I didn't really care for this movie and had nothing to latch onto, so I just wrote a song about racing cars in South Florida.
Okay.
And it's called How Fast Can You Drive? And it goes like this.
Neon glow lights the way. Engines roar as the Spanish moss sways. Down I-95 to Key West. The finish line will prove who's the best. Palm trees lining the track. Gators lurking, South Beach drip. Tensions flare as the tires rip.
that was my song called "How Fast Can You Drive."
That was good. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like a good surf rock tune. That's
Rock
I like
and
the
roll.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Energy's
thanks.
Cool.
I
Like a slappy reverby guitar is pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to write a rock and roll song for this one because the first Fast and Furious, I wrote a ballad.
Oh.
So I was like, let me do something totally different. And yeah, that's really what came out of it. Like I said, it's mostly just about racing cars in South Florida.
Yeah.
I like the harmonies on the chorus there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was trying to think of something to do there because I do the "How Fast Can You Drive" the first time, and I was trying to think of a second harmony there, and I just put up that because it's a 4-part and then a 2-part doing the "How Fast Can You Drive." Yeah. So there's 6 Robbies there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. How'd you get them all that? The scheduling must have been tough.
Yeah, I can clone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm great at cloning myself. They all die after I don't know, an hour or so. So we have a window.
That seemed like the simplest way to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very simple. I mean,
do they-
simpler way to do it was just by doing it myself in like different takes.
I guess.
Do they die like of natural causes, or you like kill them? You like?
Oh, I
shoot
kill them once I'm done with them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
don't take my spot.
Right.
How do we know you're not
Right.
one of
We
the
don't-
Robbie clones?
This is really cool way of
Yeah. Well, what happens is the minute I make one, I break their fucking spine so they can't walk.
Okay.
They
Good.
were
Seems
singing
effective.
pretty well for people who have broken spines.
Yeah.
You know,
People in wheelchairs can sing, Andy.
Robbie, I'm assuming that you broke it like minutes before you started having them
Yeah.
sing.
Yeah, I didn't think this one through.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Because Andy wants it so bad, let's spin that wheel of names. Wheel of names, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the song that we yearn for. Andy, guess what?
What?
You're up.
Hey,
You thought I was going to trick you that time.
I did. I really did. My
It seemed-
song is
it seemed like
called
you were.
Too Family, Too Furious is
Yeah.
what my song is called. Because I want to put family in the title of all of my Fast and Furious songs. Because it's about family, Robbie.
What?
So it's called Too Family, Too Furious, and it goes. You know what? I'll preface it with this. I try some things with the Vox.
Experimenting
So,
like it's college, brother.
You know it, baby. All right, Too
Because
Family,
of
Too
the
Furious.
buy stuff.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. Hit it, Robbie. Did 3 years in jail 'cause of you. Now you want me in your crew. Once this job is done, we're through. 'Cause you broke my heart
Yeah, that was rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, brother.
Love that.
How'd you like the high note?
I liked it.
I really like
You know, I fucking smashed my balls with a hammer.
Nice.
Dude, did you get off?
As like a reward.
Good job.
Good job, Andy. Oh, genital mutilation. Yeah, I like nobody was home. Because sometimes when my wife is home, I like feel a little bit like, I don't know, self-conscious or something. I'm like,
But she's your wife. You can't.
right, no. And she'll be like, just fuck it. What are you talking about? Like, do your thing, baby boy. But nobody was home, and it just like came to me. Like, I hit record, and I just like, what? And like,
oh my God, a chicken.
yeah. But
I hit record and a chicken walked into the studio.
And then it was a whole thing. You had to record a different day, you know?
yeah, I had to take care of this chicken thing. But like, I just did it, and that was like the one take, and I was like, fuck it, throw some reverb on it, let's go.
I dig it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
It's
thank
like,
you.
like almost Becky, like something like Beck would do. I loved it.
I was going to ask, who the fuck is
Thank you.
Becky?
Becky, you know, that 90s.
With the good hair. Yeah. I wrote my last Fast and Furious song on the bass, so I was like, let me do that again. Keep a similar feel. But this is a very different song from the other one. It's just starts with bass like the other one did. But yeah, I had a good time, and I kind of like it. It's weird.
It's a lot of fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't need to spin the wheel.
Okay, good.
It's you.
I know.
Do you want me to spin the wheel?
No, I don't want
Are you sure?
Yeah. So
Are you positive? Because I'll spin the wheel if you want me to.
Just go ahead and do it.
It's already spinning. I've already spun it.
I don't hear it.
I'm a little confused about that one too.
Okay.
So it's you.
My song, yeah, thank you. So my song is called Roman Around. And I wanted to write a fun upbeat song and change keys a bunch of times without feeling like I changed keys. So I did that.
Fancy.
Yeah, I tried to be fancy.
I like the wordplay too, roaming around.
Oh, bad. You were.
Oh no!
I'm gonna start it over.
That spooked me. That scared the shit out of me. Oh shit.
Andy, what'd you say?
I said I like the wordplay too. Roaming around is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a hard time like typing it because I kept writing the wrong one in when I was like, oh shit.
You kept writing a space round.
Yeah, yeah, a round. You know.
It wasn't easy. I thought I got out, but now I'm stuck in another roundabout. I just wanna go home to get my buddy Roman. We used to hang all day, stealing them cars and barely getting away. Whoa, me and Roman, we were roaming in our own race. I got a new job, you got a new room. I didn't rat you out, but good old you assumes expect the worst out of me. You fucked around too much and now you see. Oh, what happens when you steal a bunch of cars and you're super loud? You're blowing up spots that didn't exist. I guess that's something to make your mom proud. It wasn't easy, but we got out. We sent the feds out on another roundabout. We made it out with our heads. Thank God for the competent Tej. You two can fight all day, making up the rules without getting a say. Whoa, you and Roman are roaming in my way. Michelle Rodriguez, Vin Diesel, we get to see you in another sequel, so get ready to set sail. We're kicking off a franchise with a larger scale. Oh, that happens when you make a bunch of movies with no end in sight. You gotta raise the stakes so you're not standing still. When the third movie sucks, you better make 4 and 5. And why stop there?
I like that a lot.
Thanks.
That was very cool.
Yeah, I tried to do like a Randy Newman thing in the beginning and ended on like a Neutral Milk Hotel.
Nice. Yeah, I only caught like one key change, like
yeah,
consciously.
It didn't really stick out.
yeah. There's
That's-
throughout the verses, there's a couple.
That's good songwriting.
Thank
It is.
you.
I like the little. It's very boppy. Got a little bop
Yeah.
to it.
Got it bops, sure. Yeah, ends on a upbeat stuff. Bopping you right in there, right? Bop.
Bop
Right
me
in
right
your
in the
bop hole.
nose.
Oops, I
Oh.
bopped it again, you know?
I liked it. Good job.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
We all did it, huh?
We all did it. I liked all the songs tonight a lot.
Look at us.
Yeah, I think we did a great job, guys.
Songwriting boys.
What a great birthday present to me.
Songwriting men.
Speak for yourself.
Songwriting man and 2 boys. Doesn't have the same zip, does it?
No, not quite.
it's like I don't know why I had to specify, but okay, sure. Whatever.
Robbie, could you tell the good people what we're doing next week?
I could, in fact, do that. Next week, we are doing 2 Mission 2 Impossible. We're doing Mission Impossible 2. We're doing
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 2 next week.
Nice.
You boys got long hair.
He does now. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. I've never seen Mission Impossible 2.
I saw the first 4.
Hmm.
I think Mission
That's-
Impossible 2 is the weakest one.
I recall that being the case. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, to find our music, you could go to Deezer, Apple Music.
You starting with
Spotify.
Deezer this time, huh?
Yeah, I'm switching it up, Robbie.
What about Jam Bank?
Wherever you get your music, really.
MySpace
you-
music.
If that's where you get it, you go to you search the Royds, and you will find
You can
2
listen
albums
to,
of Christmas song,
find us on Hot
and-
Queef.
Hot Queef, and we got 8 collections as of right now of podcast songs. But to hear every single podcast,
Every time
song,
Andy promotes exactly 8, it pushes back the release of the next one.
Robbie.
I have it ready to go, but I don't feel like editing it out of the podcasts.
Okay, I'll never do it again. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't care. I think it's fun.
For all the podcast songs, including bonus songs and guest songs, you could go to TheRoydsBandcamp.com. I had a mini stroke. And you'll find all of them, well over 200 songs. You might just poop your pants.
You know,
Robbie,
one-
the socials.
One could say I only ever give my wife mini strokes. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at TheRoydsBand. That's all we really use. You could also listen to the podcast on YouTube at The Royds Review Podcast. Wherever you are listening to us, give us a 5-star review. If it happens to be YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. Send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Give us some feedback, request a movie, tell us how beautiful we are.
You're beautiful.
Yeah. He's doing a face.
Am I a pretty girl?
You're beautiful. Mark, you got anything you want to promote?
No, I'm not really doing anything. Just promote you guys. Just do your thing again.
Okay. Listen to us on... I got nothing.
Music.com.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
/ whatever you said, the queef thing.
Yeah, the queef thing.
Thing.
Listen to us on the queef thing.
Yeah. Next week, Mission Impossible 2. Thank you so much.
Phonograph.
John Woo.
What?
Listen to us on a phonograph.
If you could find one and somehow get it to play a fucking podcast, yeah, listen to us on a phonograph, Robbie.
They have an aux in on those now.
Yeah, idiot. Fool. Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, wait. Thank you, Mark, for joining us. I didn't do
Oh,
that.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you again.
Our pleasure.
You're just such a regular, it just feels like home.
Yeah. I am in my home, so it does feel like home, you know?
This is all over Zoom.
Yeah.
Wow. The future.
The future is now.
All right. Bye. Bye
Bye.
for real.
Bye-bye.